playing future comes down to the next 60 minutes. Tonight, the spotlight shifts from team goals to individual battles. Some will prove they have what it takes. Dreams of playing in the NFL will be realized. Then, the 49ers will move forward, united in one goal.
When we get it together, which we will, because we're working hard for it, they won't be disappointed.
Tonight, they get ready for the Chargers' high-powered offense. It's the last hurdle before the real deal. 49ers and Chargers, right now on CBS 5.
10 days from now, the 49ers will kick it off for real. But right now, there is a sense of urgency. Questions still remain. And the 49ers have to answer them tonight against the San Diego Chargers in the preseason finale. Good evening, everybody. Dennis O'Donnell with Tim Ryan. Welcome to Qualcomm Stadium. We're getting ready to kick off. First, let's talk about some of those question marks with the Honda keys to the game. And it starts with the offensive line, Tim, because they've struggled in 2 of the 3 games. How do they fix it?
Well, a couple of ways. Now, one thing, they have done a good job run blocking, but pass protection, Dennis, has not been good. You see a free runner right there. Alex Smith just gets blown up. Colin Kaepernick here, interior offensive guard, gets beat. Colin Kaepernick takes a sack. Same deal here. Coming on a pressure against Houston last week. Alex gets absolutely tattooed. And then right here gets to his back step, one hitch, steps up, and he gets sacked. So a couple of ways. I think they can get into some max protection, which keeping the tight end, keeping the running back in. They can also get into some shotgun fast pass. Just get it out, 1-2, release the football. That'll be some ways that they can elude that pressure. But it's got to get fixed before they get to Seattle 10 days from now, because I can guarantee you Pete Carroll's going to bring the house with the blitz.
Indeed. And the Bay Area radio talk show is already abuzz about the quarterbacks. Kaepernick, Alex Smith. Pretty difficult, though, to judge Alex based on the lack of protection, isn't it?
Yeah, no doubt. And the O-line goes hand in hand with the quarterbacks. And you see here against the Raiders, when there's time, Alex is going to hit that back foot. He's going to read the defense, going to get it out on time, and it's going to be accurate. He has those skill sets. So the O-line, again, has to protect. Colin Kaepernick, same deal. Gets protection, gets to that back foot. One read, snaps it off. Accuracy, same thing here. Stares down his receiver, not a problem. Fires it with some accuracy. So I don't know how much we're going to see of Alex Smith tonight, Dennis. I suspect a series or 2. I think we'll see a lot of Colin Kaepernick. Hopefully we will. Whoever plays, you got to have some consistency, need some execution in the passing game. That's been lacking.
Perhaps a little hiccup for the defense last week against Houston, but overall, this has been the strength of this football team so far. There are jobs on the line tonight.
Well, and it'll continue to be a strength of the team, this defense. DeMarcus Dobbs, when you talk about the defensive line, I think he's already made it. He's had a terrific camp. Will Tukuafu, Ian Williams, a couple of guys I think they're going to have to really play well tonight to secure a roster spot. You could say the same thing for Keaton Christic at inside linebacker. Larry Grant, I think he's had a terrific camp. I think he's going to make it.
Another great test tonight for the San Diego Chargers. Takeo Spikes, they have the number 1 offense, number 1 defense. Going to be fun.
Yeah, and they didn't get to the playoffs. And I know that dude right there, number 51, year 14. He wants a postseason run. I was talking to him. Look, he can still play. He was number 2 in tackles with 49ers last year, 3 interceptions. That big dog can still hunt. Fired up to watch Takeo tonight.
The good news off the field for the 49ers, Frank Gore is under contract for the long haul. Let's go downstairs to Kim Coyle with that story. Kim.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Frank Gore was introduced in tonight's starting lineups, and from what we're hearing down here, he will see some playing time. Of course, that could change, but the one thing we do know for sure, Dennis, is that he will join us later on to talk about that 3-year contract extension. Back to you.
Well, the Cosmopolitan Catering weather. It is warm as always in Southern California, but I'm guessing it's a little hotter for the San Diego Chargers. Tim, in 2010, they were universally regarded as one of the most underachieving teams in league history. Huge expectations. They didn't even make the playoffs, and Norv Turner's job to make sure that doesn't happen again. 9-7 last year on the outside looking in, but he does have 3 AFC Western crowns and clearly has the talent for a 4th. Bar set a little lower, I think, for Jim Harbaugh, who is judging his team on day-to-day progress. Are we getting better? Is there arrow up? Harbaugh's head coaching career began at the University of San Diego from 2004 to 2006 before Stanford came calling. The Chargers will kick off tonight, and the special teams has been a problem.
Look at Jimmy setting the pads on the quarterback, Alex Smith. Quarterback setting pads.
That's weird.
You surprised that Alex going to play tonight?
No, I'm not. I'm happy he's playing. Look, they're scoring 9 points a game. Again, I don't know how much we're going to see him. 9 points a game, 103 passing yards per game. Dennis, that's got to uptick a little bit for sure.
Mentioning the special teams for San Diego, that could be what cost them a postseason appearance. They allowed 3 return touchdowns in 2 close early losses to Kansas City and Seattle. Then they lost the game to Oakland thanks to 2 block punts. Ricky Schmidt deep to Kendall Hunter, and that is out. Niners will take the ball at the 20-yard line. Alex Smith, preseason numbers, 12 of 26, 153 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions at the rating of 33. But he's only been sacked 4 times, Tim, it seems like 40. And they're looking for some consistency tonight. You know, the 49ers have been so good last year on opening drives and need a good one tonight.
Yeah, this offense really is Alex's MO. And you see him reading his wristband there, and he's a very smart guy, a cerebral guy. This is a cerebral offense. Hopefully we see them take the next step here tonight.
Morgan Ginn, the receiver. Frank Gore does start, as Kim mentioned, in the backfield along with Moran Norris. Good protection on the opening play, and it's Ginn complete. And Ginn hit immediately at the 26-yard line. Xfinity starting lineup, so let's look at the offense, Tim.
Well, I tell you this, I am really excited. Frank Gore is going to finish his career with the San Francisco 49ers. A new deal, take him into his 32nd birthday. Vernon Davis, one of the best in the business. Ted Ginn, to me, a much better returner than a wide receiver. It's time for Josh Morgan to take off. And now Adam Snyder will not start in there. It's going to be Jonathan Goodwin with the offensive line. He has won the job at the center position.
Ginn picks up 8 yards, 2nd down and 2. Smith to pass again, throws complete. And it's Delaney Walker who gets the first down, still on his feet, out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So 2 passes, 2 completions. Good start for San Francisco.
Well, nice job by Alex Smith getting it out, knowing he was going to get hit, because Luis Castillo, you're going to see him right here. He comes inside Anthony Davis and right at the feet of Alex Smith. Again, when Alex gets it out on time, he's going to deliver the football. You can see there a little play action fake. Bang, waits for Delaney to clear. Fires a nice accurate pass for the first down.
Fake to Frank Gore, and toss out to Moran Norris, the fullback, and Norris could be fighting for a position as well. He gets by 1 tackler and gets to the 35-yard line. Take a look at the Chargers defense. Tim, ranked number 1 in the NFL.
Yeah, and this is their first-round pick, Corey Liuget. He's having an outstanding camp, as is Cam Thomas, a guy who's been in the league a couple of years, goes well over 300 pounds. Antoine Barnes, a nice little find for them. Over the last couple of years. Takeo Spikes, cannot wait to watch Takeo play tonight. Bob Sanders, only 9 games in the last 3 years for Bob Sanders, the old Indianapolis Colt, who was actually the Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL, I believe in 2007.
Good one if he could stay healthy. And Kendall Hunter, red hot in the preseason. Hunter close to a first down, and he looks like he's got it. And this guy has been the story. Donald Butler makes the tackle for San Diego.
He has been a nice shot in the arm. Watch the blocking, though. Look at the big fella, Joe Staley, get out. Watch him stay on his feet and roll up this corner, Antoine Cason. No chance. You love when your offensive tackle, Joe Staley there, 74, can lock up with a corner in space, stay on his feet, and then finish him to his back. Really, really well done by Joe Staley.
First down, ball at the 43-yard line. Niners on the move on their opening possession. Josh Morgan, the receiver in motion, and it's Hunt. Cut back up the middle, got some room, and taken down at the 48-yard line. Nice tackle. That's Bob Sanders, the acquisition you were talking about.
How about the vision by Kendall Hunter? Watch him read the block of Shiloh Rachel. Watch Shiloh's going to kick the linebacker out. Watch 32 read it. There's the vision point. Bang. Downhill. And picks himself up about 6 yards.
Well, Sanders a good one. He played in just 9 games the past 3 years due to injuries. And last year's opener tore his left biceps tendon and missed the final 15 games. But if he stays healthy, that's a solid backfield with Weddle back there as well. Smith running, and Smith will get the first down. Weddle is the man who made him go into that head first line, but that's a first down out the 45-yard line.
I don't know about you, Dennis, but I've been waiting to watch Alex Smith take off and use his legs for the last couple of years. I remember several years ago that game up in Seattle when it was like, oh man, Alex Smith has arrived. And he was killing people with his legs and his athleticism. all the stuff that he did at Utah. Look, there's nobody open down the field, and you see a little running lane, take it. Alex is too good of an athlete not to use his legs.
Just over 11 minutes to go, first quarter, no score, but the Niners on the opening possession on the move, and it's Kendall Hunter. And Hunter hit after a gain of 1.
There's Takeo
Spikes. You know he's fired up for this game. 14th year, and he's still looking to be part of a playoff team, and he might find one here, or should find one here.
And I think that's why Norv Turner brought him in. Look, Greg Manusky is the defensive coordinator down here. We all know Greg's been up in San Francisco the last several years. But they brought down Takeo Spikes. They brought in Bob Sanders. Leadership, guys that refuse to lose and are going to keep the focus, a lot of these young players on this Charger football team.
Second down and 4. And that batted at the line of scrimmage. It looked like Lardy got in there. Got Caesar, but good job by the Chargers defensive line.
Looked like Travis LeBoy right here is going to sift inside and get his hands up and get the bat down. Kendall Hunter trying to block him. Travis LeBoy's always been an underrated player. He really has. Out of Hawaii, went to Tennessee, always has been able to get after the quarterback. The 49ers remember him from last few years. 5 sacks, Dennis, but durability has been Travis LeBoy's issue since he's been in pro football for 7 years.
So he signed with San Diego, LeBoy, because he wanted to get a Super Bowl ring. And it's Hunter. And Hunter gets the first down. A lot of daylight for the 49er rookie inside the 20-yard line. Well, he came into the game with 24 carries, 174 yards, and a touchdown. That's a nice 7.3 average yard per carry, and he's winning the job behind Frank
And he's
Gore.
getting good blocking. Look at that. Look at Yapati just locked up. I mean, look at that, and you got a big hole right down the alley. Receivers blocking downfield. What a camp for Kendall Hunter. Well, Trent Baalke, 4th-round pick out of Oklahoma State. You get a guy like that, he's leading the NFL in rushing. Very nice find.
21-yard gain. First down, 49ers. Ball at the 17-yard line. Smith to pass again. Look out. Bad protection from behind. Gets rid of the ball. And it's Hunter. Hunter was hit by Donald Butler, but Joe Staley nearly beaten on that play, but Smith alertly gets rid of the ball.
And you look at Kendall Hunter, and here comes the pressure. Antoine Barnes out to the left here. Around Joe Staley. Good job by Alex, feeling it, stepping up, eyes in the back of his head. Kendall Hunter, I mean, you just talk about his production at Oklahoma State, and I remember watching him at the Senior Bowl. People talked about, that guy's going to have issues pass protecting because he's 5'7". Not the case whatsoever. He was lighting people up in Mobile, Alabama at that Senior Bowl game.
Lit a couple up last week as well. Blocking has been good. Second down 5. Hunter again takes it up the gut. Near the 10-yard line. Take a look at the red zone offense for the 49ers, which was fantastic a year ago. This is what it looks like in the preseason. The Black Bear Diner.
Yeah, but here's the problem. 4 possessions in the red area. You need more opportunities than that. Alex has always been good down in the red zone. He needs help around him. That's for sure. Good to see the situation here in San Diego tonight, having a couple of plays down here in the red area.
Third down and 3. Miller throws, and it is caught. The ball was deflected. Actually, a good job defensively, but it was pulled down by Ted Ginn. Quentin Jammer looked like he got in there, but a nice job by the 49er receiver.
Nice execution here. Alex has got some zip on this ball because he's going to throw it right through the hand, right there at Donald Butler. Good concentration by Ted Ginn just to keep his eyes on the football. Let's see if Butler... I don't know. Butler did not get his hand on that ball. That hit Ted Ginn. He muffed it for a sec, bobbled it, and was able to come down with it.
And it's Hunter. And Hunter trying to squeeze that small frame. There's the advantage of a small frame there, Tim. He was able to sneak under the lineman and get that ball to the 1-yard line.
And he is just going to get behind Mike Yapati. Guys of that stature, 5'7". Yapati, you're going to watch 77. He's going to pull around the left guard. There's the fullback. There's the block. Now look at him hide and just slip right
Number
under
75, reporting eligible.
Bob Sanders is the man who made the touchdown saving tackle, albeit temporarily. Smith is 5 of 6, 26 yards on this drive.
Like the hurry-up tempo down here.
Anthony Dixon now in the game, and he's got the football. Dixon tries to cut back. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown 49ers on Dixon's first carry of the night. What an impressive drive for the 49ers.
Jim Harbaugh is going to be happy, Dennis, as you said, with the impressive drive. And Dixon's just too big. Good push there. He got Shiloh Rachel knocking guys down. Anthony Davis pushing guys into the end zone. And Anthony Dixon at 250, you're just not going to stop him once he gets that momentum going at about the 1 yard line.
Well, that's a 14-play drive, 80 yards, 7 minutes, and 56 seconds.
Love it. Third touchdown scored by the offense this preseason.
Andy Lee, the holder. Baker's the kicker. It's good. And with 7:04 left to go in the first quarter, the 49ers take the ball and go on a drive for a touchdown.
CosmoCaters.com.
There it is, 14 plays, 80 yards, 7 minutes, 56 seconds. And Tim, if you look at the 49ers last year, they were 6th in the NFL in scoring on their first possession with 34 points.
Dennis, that's their best drive of the preseason by far. The 14 plays, but you finish with a touchdown. Remember the Raider game? They had the muff on the field goal opportunity. 14 plays, you capitalize with 7 points. You get some nice play opportunities down in the red area. Kendall Hunter, how about the O-line blocking for Kendall Hunter, the running back? Over 7 yards a carry for Kendall Hunter on that drive.
Okay, keep your eye on Brian Walter deep in the end zone for the Chargers. He returned it 103 yards for a touchdown in the preseason opener. And he's got the football. He's going to bring it out deep in the end zone across the 15, and it'll be stopped shy of the 20-yard line. And that is where the Chargers will have the football. So we'll get a look at Billy Volek when we come back. Always a beautiful night at Qualcomm Stadium when we come down south. Talk about the 49ers' fast start. Last year, their 34 points on their first possession was the best they've had since 2006. Reminiscent, remember, Tim, when the Niners, under the Walsh and the team of the decade, very fast starting football team.
Yeah, and how about that? Saints, Eagles, Falcons, Patriots, all playoff teams come out with a fast start. And I know that's what Norv Turner and this San Diego Charger offense likes to do as well.
There's the security blanket for the Chargers. Phillip Rivers not on the lineup tonight. 12th year out of Fresno State. And Volek on the reverse. They're playing trickery already. And nice open field tackle by Patrick Willis. But Goodman in the starting lineup tonight. And the Chargers offense brought to you by Xfinity.
Yeah, and I think Ryan Matthews, he got the start in the third preseason game last week, and he busted for almost 7 yards a carry, former first-round pick. Corey Sperry out there for Antonio Gates and Randy McMichael. And then the offensive line, here's the changeup. Marcus McNeil out with a knee injury. Brandon Dombrowski, who's had some starting experience, has been filling in for him the last few weeks.
6-yard gain for Goodman. 2nd down and 4. Volek, play action, pass, and incomplete. Had the screen set up, but was not able to get the ball to Matthews.
I love the way Justin Smith is just going to bull rush Jeremy Clary. He's just going to push him right into the face of Billy Volek. And then there's pressure coming from the other side as well from Ahmad Brooks. I promise you, Billy Volek, all 6'2" of them, could not see where he was throwing the football. Nice job by Justin Smith.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 4. 3 receivers now for the Chargers. And it's complete. Sperry, the tight end, and he knew where he had to get to for the first down, and he has the first down. Brought down by Dante Winter. Niner defense has been the strength so far the preseason.
Isaac getting healthy. He's been out the last couple of games in terms of playing. Started camp with a hamstring injury. Navarro Bowman's had a very, very good camp. As I said, Paris Harrelson's not going to just lay down and give that job to Alden Smith. And then Terrell Brown starting out there at right corner. Shante Spencer, once again, did not make the trip. He's still dealing with a hamstring. No reps in the preseason for Shante Spencer.
First down for the Chargers. Volek to throw, and he puts it up. And Goodman was the intended receiver. Terrell Brown over there on the coverage for the 49ers. It'll be 2nd down.
And this secondary, and even when we get into the backups, they're going to have their hands full with this offense in this passing game. Even with Billy Volek throwing the football, he's a 12-year veteran.
And I promise you, Norv Turner, the head coach, he schemes it up in terms of scheming up offense, passing game concepts, motion, shifts, getting defense on their heels. He does it as good as anybody in pro football. They will challenge the secondary of the 49ers today.
On the handoff, and it's Matthews. And Matthews really had two bats, Tolbert and Matthews, running the football for San Diego and Norv Turner last year. And Matthews leads the Chargers with 19 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown. But Timmy raised some eyebrows when he came into camp a little out of shape.
Yeah, he didn't pass the conditioning test. Look at Patrick just sniff it out. Takes on Chris Dielman, keeps his outside shoulder free. That's textbook, is able to disengage and get in on the tackle. Pat is so good.
Ball at the 33-yard line, 3rd down and 7. Another chance for the 49ers to make a nice stop. And they come on the blitz. Bullock in trouble. Look out. Down he goes. He fumbles the football. And the Niners have it. It looked like Navarro Bowman.
Maybe one of the biggest question marks coming in, who would replace Takeo Spikes on this defense? Navarro Bowman, Dennis, has been outstanding. Now, he is a crafty little blitzer. Watch him go right by the running back right here. Here comes the back, going to step up. Watch him go by him. It's this back here, Ryan Matthews. Whoop! Just slips it right inside and then is able to punch the ball out. So you get a sack, you get a forced fumble, and you get a recovered fumble. That, my friend, is the trifecta.
Well, there's been a big maturation process for Navarro Bowman, a rookie last year, just looking for somebody to hit, I think is how the coaches described Navarro Bowman. But this year understands the game a lot more and evident on that play. So the Niners' opening drive was a touchdown. Alex Smith does remain at quarterback. Fake to Hunter, rolls out and throws. And it's Morgan. Joshua Morgan gets away from one man, fighting towards first down yardage. Taken out by Eric Weddle. Chargers defense made a couple of improvements. They did lose Burnett. He's the one guy they probably wanted to keep. Red zone stats, the Chargers defense, 62.8 touchdowns allowed, 28 in the NFL.
Now they need playmakers, Dennis, to step up. Sean Phillips is their best playmaker. They lost Kevin Burnett. They need some guys certainly to get it going in terms of what I like to call the splash plays. Knocking people out of the red area, turnovers, whatever you want.
Dixon, nothing doing. That was 2nd down, and I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage. Barnes makes the tackle for San Diego.
I love, Dennis, what we've seen out of the offense and what Jim Harbaugh is doing with the offense and moving Alex Smith around the pocket. We have not seen a lot of that this preseason, and really it is a big part of the West Coast offense. You get Alex on the run, easy for him to read half the field, little sprint option. Very, very nice play calling and execution here in this game. 3rd down
and 3 for San Francisco. Dixon and Moran Norris in the backfield for the 49ers. Braylon Edwards is in the game, and Dixon takes it straight ahead. And Dixon is going to be very close to first down yardage.
Shiloh Rachel is bulldozing people.
Well, Shiloh was the first one to put up the sign that is.
That's usually means you had a good block, right? He's had a good offseason, and I know a lot of people worried about some guys around the league this offseason not around the controlled environment with all the guys working out together. And Shiloh went and really did a lot of working out by himself and came back, Dennis, in the best shape of his career. Job well done.
Well, that's the Niners' 7th first down, considering they had 6 all last week. Nice draw. Nice beginning for Alex Smith. He throws, and it's complete inside the 5-yard line. So Braylon Edwards with his first reception. Eric Weddle in there on the stop for San Diego.
Braylon just going to run a shallow crossing route. Look at Alex step up in the pocket. I mean, he has done a nice job in this game of feeling the pressure around the edges because they're closing in on him on the sides. Look at that ball location, down perfect, right in the breadbasket to Braylon Edwards.
2nd down and 3. The Niners can get a first down before they get to the end zone.
There you go, Braylon.
That's the pattern you like. And Edwards, did he catch it for a touchdown? No. And that is the play that Tim Ryan has been calling for all preseason. The fade, and he almost had it.
6'3", 215 pounds. He is open 4 feet over his head every time. He's going to try the one-hander right here.
I think Antoine Cason spelled that one out too, but there's a height advantage there.
Let him go win a rebound.
Sure.
Nice catch. Just came down out of bounds with it. He is going to be such a great addition to this football team in terms of a true number one legitimate wide receiver weapon.
Morgan and Edwards, the receivers on third down.
Moving that pocket again.
And it's Joshua Morgan, and Morgan is there. No, we got it going on. Don't tell him it's just a preseason football game. Antoine Cason getting involved with Joshua Morgan.
Did he raise his hands for the touchdown? What do we got here?
Well, the ball is marked.
Certainly got the first down.
Yeah, he's inside the 1. So Cason saves a touchdown, albeit temporarily, with the Niners with the first down.
That's 4 times we've seen Alex Smith move in the pocket, using his legs.
Well, now.
And you know what? That's another great way to help out your offensive line. See what we got here.
So the Niners get they called a late touchdown here, but they never signaled the touchdown.
I saw one of the referees, he had his hat off and he did throw both of his hands up.
So it was a touchdown for the 49ers.
I'll be surprised if this is a touchdown. The ball's going to go over or inside the pylon. We'll get a great look at it right here, Dennis. So if Josh just reaches out, that's going to be a touchdown. No, that's not a touchdown. No.
Well, I think there was
confusion. The previous play will be reviewed.
I think there was initial confusion among the officials. The 49ers offense was still on the field.
And you know how the new rule is. They review every scoring play. And what happens, the guy in the booth sends a confirmation, either touchdown or no touchdown, sends it to the official, then he goes and gets the review.
Today's AT&T man of the game is Annie Brady. And it's just one. Chargers get back courtesy of AT&T. Find out more on AT&T Uverse. It's TV like you've never seen before at AT&T.com. AT&T. Rethink possible.
It's NFL kickoff weekend, and the Chargers salute to public safety officer San Diego. It's time to pull talk as the Chargers take on the Minnesota Vikings. Sunday, September 11th at 1:15 in Qualcomm Stadium. Don't miss the Chargers open the 2011 season against NFL rushing champion Adrian Peterson. Tickets are on sale now. Join the Chargers and fold up against the Vikings. Get your tickets online at Chargers.com or call 1-800-745-3000.
Well, let's hear what Scott Green, how he's going to explain what happened.
Hard to get any definitive view of it from the
After
shots that
reviewing
we
the
saw.
play, the runner did not break the plane of the goal line. The ball will be spotted 1 foot from the goal line. They did make enough yardage for a first down. That'll be first and goal.
It's a little out route here, and really it's Antoine Cason who wraps up the arms right there of Josh Morgan and does not allow Josh to reach out and get it over or inside the pylon. Let me tell you what happens again. The replay booth assistant who's sitting upstairs immediately is going to get the reviews.
75, reporting eligible, 75.
And Dennis, the referee and the umpire both wear pagers, and he either sends down a confirmed or a review page to those guys to alert them what they need to do and how they'll handle the touchdown.
Moran Norris and Dixon in the backfield. It is Dixon, and he gets in for the touchdown. And there's our tempers flying down on the field, and the 49ers on their first 2 possessions have scored touchdowns.
And there's 62 again. Watch the push. Shiloh Rachel gets into the end zone here. I mean, he takes that defensive tackle, puts him on his knees, stands him up, and then sifts to the backer. Von Martin already on his knees because of what Shiloh Rachel did to him. There's no way on his knees he's going to stop Anthony Dixon in that momentum of 250 pounds going forward.
Oh, we got smiles from the coach and the
look at the
quarterback for the first time.
Look at the O-line coach, though. Solari wants to do some more of it.
Well, it looks like a completely different football team that we've seen in the preseason.
I think Jim Harbaugh game planned more for this game, at least it looks like it, than he did week 3 last week against Houston.
22 yards off the turnover, 3:10 off the clock. Dixon's second touchdown. Let's go downstairs to King Court.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. Jim Harbaugh is no stranger to San Diego and Qualcomm Stadium. As a player, he started 17 games for the Chargers over 2 seasons. In 1999, he led the Chargers to an 8-8 record and mentored Ryan Leaf. Remember him? Harbaugh got his first head coaching job with the University of San Diego. In 3 seasons, he turned the program around and won a pair of national titles. And I don't know about you guys, but I think Harbaugh should bring back the headband.
Loved it. And I do remember Ryan Leaf. Ryan Walters, again, he already has 1 return for a touchdown, but he has not made it to the 20-yard line in 2 consecutive returns.
Here's Jimmy when he was with the San Diego Chargers. He got to his second read there. Touchdown. And the big deep ball. Oh, that headband does look good. I think he borrowed that from the old Walter Payton days in Chicago with the Bears.
Well, Jim McMahon did that too, didn't he?
Yep, coaching in San Diego there. One thing people don't realize about Jimmy, he was the AFC co-offensive player of the year 1 year as a player. 15 years in the National Football League, 140 starts. That dude's got street cred.
And it's Matthews, and he breaks 1 tackle and gets near first down yardage. Nice job by the Charger running back. Alden Smith there makes the tackle for the 49ers.
Going to be a good challenge here because, Dennis, the Chargers still have their number 1 offensive line in. And the 49ers have their number 1 back end in terms of the secondary. But the linebackers and defensive line are all the twos, all the seconds. See if they try to pound it out of them a little bit.
10-yard gain, first down for San Diego. And it's Matthews again. And Matthews picks up 3 or 4. Williams and Christic in on the tackle for San Francisco.
You know, watching Alden Smith, first-round pick out of Missouri, it makes me think a lot of Terrell Suggs with the Baltimore Ravens. And remember when T. Suggs had all those sacks at Arizona State and broke the record? Well, he went to Baltimore, and he was a package player. He was a role player. And as Alden making the position switch from defensive end to outside linebacker, you see him here coming from a 2-point. I think it's going to be that same thing.
Matthews, ball carrier again. On second down and 5, he'll be shy of the first down. Now, Jim Harbaugh, speaking about Alden Smith, Tim, said he's got to learn how to play a little lower. What does he mean?
Well, he's got to get his pads down. And again, that goes from making a position change. And he's a guy that's always had his hand in the dirt in a 3-point stance, Dennis, moving forward. Automatically, you have a low pad level. Now he's standing up in a 2-point.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Difficult to defend the run when you're up in a 2-point and you've already got your shoulder pads high.
So that is the end of the first quarter. A good one it is for the 49ers. They drive down for 2 touchdowns, 1 off a Chargers turnover. At the end of 1, it's the 49ers 14 and the Chargers nothing.
In Chase.
We'll cause a lot of confusion. We'll get to quarterbacks. We'll confuse a lot of quarterbacks. And, you know, you'll see guys coming from everywhere. You know, that's the beauty of this defense. You know, we can blitz anybody on the field at any given time. And we're going to have fun doing it.
Love that. And that's exactly right. Dante Whitner, year 6 in the league, and he really has not had a chance to do that as a half-field safety when he was playing for the Buffalo Bills. They did not do anything remotely what I think we're going to see out of this 49er defense once we get to real football, Dennis, next week.
Well, Harbaugh loves that acquisition. Here's Matthews, last year's first-rounder out of Fresno State, and he's gone. 56-yard run for Matthews, who we said failed a conditioning test or questions about whether or not he came into camp into shape. I think he's in shape now, Tim.
No doubt about it, and what a hole a mile wide for Ryan Matthews to take it to the house and make a house call. I mean, you're going to see Paris Harrelson get upfield, Tukuafu slants inside, Larry Grant gets blocked by Jeremy Clary. C.J. Spillman getting blocked out there by Goodman. Untouched, Ryan Matthews. Look at that. I mean, they got everybody blocked up. He does not get touched by a 49er defender.
Nate Kading's extra point is good. Again, a first-round pick out of Fresno State as a rookie, 678 yards, and they're on the board.
Three things to look at here. Paris Harrelson takes himself out of the play by getting upfield. Tukuafu slants inside, so now you're going to have a natural hole. Jeremy Clary gets off on Larry Grant. He cannot disengage, and it's over. Over.
He missed 4 games to injury last year, still had 670 yards rushing. Ian Tolbert, pretty good little two-headed monster right there. There is Ricky Schmidt, the former 49er in 2009 as an injury replacement. And he'll be kicking to Kendall Hunter. Just like that, the Chargers make it a football game. Hunter going to take it at the goal line. Looking for a lead drop from Dixon, and he got it. Nice block by Dixon, and Hunter springs it to the 40, gets away. There's a flag down, and gets near midfield, pending the penalty. 51-yard return as of now.
Brad Seeley's got special teams working better tonight also. That's been a big challenge for this team this year, preseason.
During the return, personal foul, number 42, kicking team, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
That's Keon Wilson. Special teams problems continue for the San Diego Chargers. 14-11 left to go into.
Dennis, here's the penalty here. Bruce Miller gets his face mask held by Keon Wilson. Now look at the block by 98, Paris Harrelson, and then watch Aldon Smith put his crosshairs right on this dude and light him up. Bang.
And Anthony Dixon up in front leading the way. So a 51-yard return, tack on a 15-yard penalty.
Who cares how bad they looked last week? This is great.
This is good football. This is what Niner fans were expecting. Dixon, the ball carrier, gets to the 31-yard line. But Alex Smith, 8 of 10 for 45 yards. And just stepping back and the quick hits have been impressive for the 49ers. So Colin Kaepernick now in at quarterback for San Francisco, and I think that is exactly what Alex Smith needed. So he's done. Kaepernick, 21 of 43, 221, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's been sacked 7 times, a rating of 35.1. So it worked for Smith. Let's see if Kaepernick can get a little confidence.
And Cap's got the starting offensive line in front of him with the exception of Adam Snyder at right guard.
Kaepernick throws, and it's complete. And it's Kyle Williams inside the 20. He's got a first down for the 49ers. And the beat goes on. Kyle Williams has had a great preseason for San Francisco, the leading receiver with 5 receptions, 74 yards, averaging 14.8 yards a catch.
And that's what you call a choice route on the corner. Kyle Williams looks at the corner. He sees the corner, gets in a full back pedal. So they call it his stem. That's the beginning part of his route. He's going to run hard on his stem. He's going to get the corner in a back pedal. He's going to put the brakes on and turn around and catch the ball on a stop route. And here it is here. He's going to read the cornerback. There's the bail. Now look, there's the brakes. Stop route, turn around. He and Colin Kaepernick on the same page, reading that corner, getting in his pedal quick.
Donald Butler's okay, walked off under his own power, so he's had a nice first quarter. For San Diego, he's okay. So first down now for the 49ers off the catch by the 49er receiver Kyle Williams. And it's Dixon running straight ahead, and he gets near the 25. If you've noticed, Tim, that Dixon has been used in the short yardage situations, and maybe the Niners go really with 2 backups to Frank Gore, meaning, you know, they both have different strengths.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to keep 3 backs. Now, Trent Baalke and Jim Harbaugh will pick the roster, obviously, but they do have different talents. And Anthony Dixon, remember, Dennis, and he's run well. He's had a good preseason. He led the preseason last year in rushing. I'll tell you what, though, that O-line is doing a fabulous job of blocking at the point of attack.
Pick up a 5, second down and 5. Kaepernick to throw. Has time. He lifts it up there and he threw it. He was trying to get the ball to long, but Marcus Gilchrist was in great position and it was underthrown for the intended receiver long.
Yeah, that's a bad throw from Colin Kaepernick, and he knows it. Look, and Jim's giving it to him, and Colin knows it. He knows he had his receiver on a corner route. Watch the corner route. Bang, there it is. Just put air under it. Get some air under it. You may have a touchdown underthrown.
Scott Tolzien now at quarterback for San Diego, 6'3", 210 pounds, undrafted rookie quarterback out of Wisconsin, led the Badgers to the Rose Bowl, 21-5 as the starter at Wisconsin. So far, 9 of 17, 76 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions in the preseason, but the coaches like him. They say he's got nice poise for a rookie quarterback. Let's go downstairs to Kim Coyle.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Alongside Frank Gore, who just signed a 3-year contract extension. And Frank, it's pretty rare that a running back gets to spend his entire career with one team.
Yeah, it's a blessing. You know, I want to say thank God. I want to say thanks to Jed York. I want to say thanks to my coach, you know, Trent Baalke, you know, and also Prod, man, also my agent, you know, coming to agreement, and so I could be a Niner for life. I'm happy to be a Niner. You know, my fans, I love the fans here, and, you know, I'm ready to go.
I see a lot of 21 jerseys in the stands tonight. They're going to be able to wear those for a lot longer. And Frank, you're less than 1,000 yards away from becoming the 49ers all-time rusher. What does that mean to you?
That's big, you know, especially with all the big names who don't play in this organization, like the Jay Rices, the Roger Craig, the Tom Ralphman, John Taylors, and, you know, I got a chance to put my name up with them guys, and that's a blessing.
There's quite a nice battle going on right now to be your backup.
Yeah, we got 3 great backs, man. You know, I love Kendall, I love Anthony Dixon. You know, we work hard, man. And, you know, I told them guys, whoever in there, man, let's make the best of it and do the best for our team.
Jim Harbaugh said that they should make a movie about you, starring Frank Gore. Who would play you?
I think the guy who, what the guy name who played in the football movie, who played Booby, what the movie called? What his name? I can't figure his name out, but I like Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx? Yeah. You look a little like Jamie Foxx.
No. Well, you know, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy we got it done. You know, I got 3 to 4 more years here, and you know, hopefully I can get it done. You know, and you know, hopefully, you know, the organization can move forward and we can get to the playoffs and go farther.
All right, Frank, congratulations on the contract extension, and thanks so much for taking the time.
All right, thank you.
All right, Dennis, back up to you and Tim.
Let's go, Niners, baby.
Yeah, so far they are going, Frank Gore, and second down and 7. Boy, Aldon Smith, we saw a good look at the Niner rookie get after Scott Tolzien, the rookie quarterback, but now Christic is down on the field.
He just got hammered from behind, low and uncalled for. For Keaton Christic, Hutch Eckerson, who looked like he was coming off DeMarcus Dobbs, just tripped over his own feet. You'll see it right here as, okay, here's Christic, and then there is Hutch Eckerson. He's just fallen down and can't keep his balance, and basically puts his helmet right through the left ankle or the rear leg of Keaton Christic.
Yeah, Christic,
that's just buzzard's luck.
Undrafted last year at Oregon State, but the doors opened for him because of injuries late in the year to Patrick Willis and to Keo Spikes, and Scott McKillop was cut earlier this week, so it was looking good for Christic, but he needed a strong game tonight. Second down and 6 for the Chargers. Tolzien at quarterback. Bullock is done. And there's the throw, and it is complete. First down at the 40-yard line. Brock on the coverage, but Brian Walters, who has just been a find, I tell you what, for the San Diego Chargers. Pickup of 18 yards and a first down, but he returned a kickoff 103 and had a game winner last week.
You see, Norv Turner is so good at scheming it up. He knows by putting those 2 receivers to one side that the safety Madieu Williams went to match up on the slot receiver. Right away, Norv Turner has told his quarterback, you see a safety on that slot receiver at zone. Tolzien made an easy read for the square in first down. to his wideout.
9:43 left to go in the first half. 49ers leading 14-7. And straight up the middle, Jordan Totten, rookie, with his second carry of the night for the Chargers. 6th round pick out of UConn. With Darryl Sproles gone, Chargers think he can become an immediate impact player. He's only 5'9", but he's 193, 13 carries, 66 yards, and 7 receptions for 44 yards.
He's had a very, very good camp, but I'll tell you where it's going to be hard to replace Darren Sproles. Pass protection. That little dude would light you up. New Orleans Saints are really happy to have him.
He picked up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. And the pocket closes. Tolzien can't get away from Aldon Smith, and the 49er rookie has a sack. DeMarcus Dobbs also initiated some of that pressure.
Aldon has been bringing the heat from that right end position, and he gets great push from his defensive tackle, DeMarcus Dobbs. Watch the push by Dobbs here. I mean, look at him just pick the tight end up, drive him into Tolzien.
I mean,
that is such a great job.
DeMarcus gets no credit for that. Huh?
Oh, he'll get credit from Jimmy Tomsula will run that back 30 times in the film room. That was awesome.
So loss of 8. It'll be 3rd down and 16. 4-man rush, and he gets it off. And it's Walters again inside the 40 to the 38. The good tackle by C.J. Spillman. And they'll be 10 yards shy of a 1st down.
And that's Vic Fangio, just knowing you got long down and distance. Dennis, they only rushed 3, so they had 8 guys in coverage. Make the quarterback throw it underneath all your coverage and come up and make a tackle, and you force a 4th down and a punt. Great series for Aldon Smith, just bringing it around the corner.
Mike Cyphers will do the punting, his 9th year, and his best average of his career last year with 46.7 yards.
There's that rugby kick.
So again, calls for the fair catch, takes it inside the 10-yard line, and that's where Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers will take over with 7:39 left to go. A punt of 30 yards and no return. Nice job by Cyphers.
Aldon Smith, I think, is going to be a great player in this league. I mean, you talk about rare talent, lower body strength. That 1st round pick, he's the youngest guy on the team. He's a 700-pound squat guy. I mean, those numbers are unbelievable. And the more he gets it figured out and making this position change when he's rushing versus when he's dropping, I mean, you can see there he is physically strapped up. He has got a huge, huge upside and bright future.
Yeah, it's not if with him, it's when.
Yep.
Not much doing. Kendall Hunter, ball carrier for 49ers. Andrew Getchkar makes the tackle for San Diego. A lot of expectations for the Chargers here after falling short, not even making the playoffs last year, Tim. And the Brooklyn Raiders swept this division. Those special teams that truly hurt San Diego.
Yeah, and they went and hired Richard Bisaccia from Tampa Bay, one of the best in the business, to handle the special teams.
3, 2nd down and 7. Hunter again, looking for a block. And he gets one, but he gets it hard. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
Still got a lot of the first teamers out there offensive line. Watch Alex Boone here as he's going to pull out. He's going to get stymied there by his own guy, Lance Long, keep his balance and still get himself a nice kick out block on Stephen Cooper. They're going to be counting on Alex Boone to be that swing tackle. He can play on the left side, he can play on the right side. You can supplement him at either one of those spots if one of the bookends gets an injury.
Yeah, you got Snyder and Boone. You got some good versatility and depth now on the 49er offensive line.
See how they pick up this pressure.
3rd down. Kaepernick able to buy time with his wheels and gets across the 20-yard line. And he's got a 1st down. Nice scrambling. Do you think Kaepernick brought it down too early?
Well, let me tell you something. Most young quarterbacks, coaches are yelling on the sideline. Once they get to about this point right here, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. You can throw it out of bounds without an intentional grounding. Not that guy. He's going to threaten the line of scrimmage with a pump fake, always a classic move, and then tuck it. I mean, look at those rush yards. at Nevada. That speaks for itself.
We're probably not going to see him throw the ball away very often. Also threw for 10,000 yards. In Harbaugh's words, he's got a hose. And there's Dixon. Dixon finds a nice hole on the cutback. And he's brought down by Marcus Gilchrist, who had the interception earlier for the Chargers.
You're not going to tackle 250 coming through the hole here. Watch, these are classic arm tackles. You don't get your head in front, stick an arm out. Nope, nope. 2 arm tackles that he broke. You tackle the back like Anthony Dixon and his size, you better get your head and your shoulders in front of that big body or he's just going to run right through you.
He picks up 9 yards, 2nd down and 1 for Dixon. He has carried the ball more than any other running back for the 49ers, and he gets the 1st down. Nice tackle by Antoine Cason, but he's carried 27 times for 86 yards, has Dixon in the preseason. It's only 3.1 yards a carry, well below Hunter's 7.3, and Xavier Omon has 4.5.
Wow.
Substantially different from what we saw last week against Houston. So the ball's on the 35-yard line. 1st down for the 49ers. Kaepernick in for Alex Smith at quarterback. Play action, under pressure, gets away. They're looking for a block from Miller's tight end, and he runs out of bounds after a pickup of about 5 yards.
It's amazing how easy he makes it look with his feet. I mean, you can tell he's got great confidence, Dennis, in his athletic ability. Now, Travis LeBoy is no slouch coming off the edge here, and Colin doesn't even give it a second thought. You always teach defensive ends, look, if you get out to that contained position, you always make your aiming point that upfield shoulder. Then quarterbacks can't spin out and spill outside the pocket. That doesn't work with athletes like Colin Kaepernick.
2nd down and 4. Lance Long, the receiver in motion. And it's Hunter. Boy, Hunter was hit immediately in the backfield. Good job by San Diego. Travis LeBoy, another nice job for the Chargers. Call 415-49ers or visit 49ers.com for season ticket packages that include the next week's home opener against the Seahawks, the September 18th showdown with the Cowboys, and the regular season home finale on Monday night, December 19th against the Steelers.
Boy, I am happy for that guy right there with his performance tonight.
Something he desperately needed.
Take some confidence into the open.
Quiet some of the Bay Area crowd down on the radio talking.
No, probably not.
3rd down and 3. Kaepernick steps back, throws, and it is intercepted. He was looking for Ronald Johnson, and he was picked off by Dante Hughes, and you remember that name out of Cal. Hughes with that in his 5th year, had a huge year. Remember the Bears in 2006? Led the NCAA with 8 interceptions, and he has one tonight.
Nothing wrong with the ball location on that throw from Colin Kaepernick. Marcus Gilchrist, who is in coverage on Ronald Johnson, as you watch it right here, here comes the slant. Now watch Marcus Gilchrist, 38, stick his hand in there, pop it up. Tips and overthrows.
Welcome back to Qualcomm Stadium. Alex Smith led the 49ers on a couple of touchdown drives. They lead San Diego 14-7, but now Colin Kaepernick with his 2nd interception, but Jim Harbaugh probably expecting some growing pains. That wasn't Colin's fault.
Yeah, good ball location, great play by Gilchrist. You'd like to see Ronald Johnson fight for it a little more.
Tolzien, Applewhite puts some pressure on the screen. Todman with the football and a lot of running room inside the 25-yard line, and a 1st down on the screen pass from Tolzien. Alex Joseph finally made the tackle for San Francisco, but after a gain of 20 yards.
Thought old Ricky Jean was going to make himself, Ricky Jean Francois was going to make a play in the open field. Watch him get chopped down. You want to be a D lineman in this league in pursuit, you don't even see that guy coming, slides right into your knee. Good blocking downfield by the receivers for the big gain there on the screen play.
Todman in the backfield, Tolzien at quarterback. Both done for the night. Rivers did not play, and it's Todman. Oh, a nice job by Applewhite, the former San Diego Charger, able to stop him for a short gain.
You mentioned Phillip Rivers not playing. Phillip is an elite quarterback in pro football. And when I say elite, he's top 5 without question. There he is, got the little earpiece in. I mean, this guy is so good, Dennis, in what he does. He threw for 4,700 yards last year. He didn't have Vincent Jackson for a good portion of the season. The best tight end in the league, and Antonio Gates, arguably the best tight end. He misses 7 games with a foot injury. Phillips going to throw for 5,000 yards this year if those guys stay healthy. I promise you.
14-7, worth the 2-minute warning.
Former of the game, presented by SunPower.
And the sun was shining bright for Alex Smith. 8 of 10 for 45 yards and a ton of confidence. Tim, something he really needed.
Yep, picked up the first down there, right with his legs. Job by Teddy Ginn holding on to that. And I love the way Alex was moving around the pocket. And they gave him good protection. He was able to feel the pressure when it was coming from the outsides. And without seeing it, just standing tall in the pocket, stepping up, delivering the football. This is his best performance, Dennis, in the preseason by far.
2nd down and 9 for the Chargers. Todman has the ball, and he lost it in the backfield, and the 49ers have it. Another turnover, and this one goes in favor of San Francisco. I don't know if he just lost a handle or somebody got their hand on the football, but Todman loses it, and it's Joseph who recovered it for the 49ers.
And that's one thing the 49ers have done a great job of here in the preseason is knocking the football out, getting it on the ground, and getting the recoveries. I think Todman just lost it. Yeah, he lost it. It just fell out. And then you see right there, Alex Joseph all over it.
I don't want to sing his praises again, but I think DeMarcus Dobbs may have backhanded the football. In any case, Todman is in trouble.
Getting roasted by his running backs coach.
Kaepernick has the ball batted at the line of scrimmage. Darrell Campbell knocks the ball down. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, you gave Dobbs credit. Let's see what happens here. There's Todman. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think he did a reverse spin and backslapped that thing out of there.
He's a playmaker. He is a playmaker.
Not bad for a college free agent from Georgia. He has had a super training camp in preseason.
You're going to meet him at halftime as our special feature tonight. Anthony Dixon picks up about 1 yard as the clock continues to move now at the 140 mark. There's DeMarcus. This is not the first time the odds have been stacked against him, and I mean in terms of coming in here as an undrafted free agent.
I have watched a lot of the preseason games, did a lot of training camp tours, and went around training camps. There is not, I promise you, there's not a free agent defensive end that's playing in a 3-4 defense like they have here in San Francisco that's had as good of a training camp as DeMarcus Dobbs.
Much research as they put into finding out about talented players. Surprising that he went undrafted.
What a great find by Trent Baalke and his scouts.
3rd down. Kaepernick. This time he has time. Now he's looking to run. Look at it. Down he goes. And Corey Legit, who is the 1st-round draft pick, and he is a load. That guy is tough to stop, and they have big plans for him.
94. You'll see him here. Short, quick, and thick.
San Diego.
Look at that get-off.
This is their first charge timeout.
Battling with Kilgore there, and just a great job not stopping his motor. University of Illinois, a guy that well over 300 pounds. You see his acceleration off the ball and a terrific motor because Kilgore had him blocked for about 2.5 seconds. But when you have a quarterback like Colin Kaepernick who's going to continue to try to improvise and extend plays, Dennis, you never throttle it down as a defensive lineman. You don't know when you're going to pop free and get a sack, as we just saw there with Corey Legit.
Well, his nickname is Too Legit to Quit, and because he basically doesn't. Coaches say he is getting better at a rapid rate. He could start.
Oh, he'll start. I believe he'll start. He's exactly what they hoped he was when they drafted him in the 1st round.
And a flag before Andy Lee can get the punt off. Good to see Andy Lee back, by the way, after that he was hit.
Ball start. Kicking team, number 58, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Well, Alex Joseph made that nice play and now called for the penalty.
You don't want to be punting from near your own goal line. So Andy Lee, it's on the 16. He'll be standing at about the 1-yard line. Typically the punter 14.5 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage.
I think Jim Harbaugh is going to be happy with that number. The first penalty of the first half of the 49ers comes with 58 seconds left. It's a good sign. Brian Walter back deep to receive as the heat comes on the Andy Lee punt. Fields it at the 35-yard line and pushed out by Joseph. I tell you what, I'm talking a lot about Alex Joseph lately. He spent a month on the Raiders practice squad last year. 22-year-old linebacker out of Temple. Don't forget to check out 49ers.com for all your 49ers information, exclusive video, NFL news, and more. 49ers.com. Punt of 48 yards, a return of 4. And the ball at the 39-yard line with 48 seconds left to go.
Now great opportunity for Alex Joseph, who you've been talking about. Keaton Christic hurt. Alex Joseph, next man up. Opportunity to go make some plays.
Here comes Alden. Look out! And Alden got him. Boy, Alden just found a lane. Dobbs is the one again who kind of creates Alden's free lane into the quarterback and the sack. These guys are a force.
Watch the whole right side here and watch what they do. Look at the get off by Dobbs. That's what you call a tackle, and we called it a tex because the tackle goes first.
Little running room for Todman now, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but the clock ticking down to the final seconds. Alex Joseph makes the tackle, and here's a guy stepping up when you said the man goes down, and this is your chance to make the team.
Here's that sack again. The tex, tackle goes first, end comes underneath. Bang. That sack's going, my friend, to DeMarcus Dobbs. That's his third sack of the preseason.
So the first half comes to an end, and a strong one for the San Francisco 49ers, who score on their opening possession. Let's go down to Kim Coyle.
Dennis, coach, a couple of touchdowns for your first team offense, and defensively you forced some turnovers. Were you pleased with the execution in the first half?
Yeah, definitely. Getting off those 2 good drives, 14-play drive by the number 1 offense, and again our defense keeps coming up with turnovers, so like to see that.
All right, thanks, coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Dennis?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kim. The 49ers were a -2 in the preseason on turnover differential. They have changed that today in the game against the Chargers, where they lead 14-7. We are at halftime, and the feature on DeMarcus Dobbs, you don't want 14-7 as we get set to begin the third quarter here at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego. Dennis O'Donnell with Tim Ryan and Kim Coyle on the field. As Jim Harbaugh has, he's got to be happy. I think he was a little surprised last week against Houston. Now Houston completely dominated, but he was able to spit that one out and recover nicely tonight against the Chargers. So far.
No, he's got to be happy with his team's execution. You know what I love? I love that Jim Harbaugh tucks in his sweatshirt. I mean, how many guys do you know that actually tuck their sweatshirt in, Dennis?
Yeah, that wouldn't be me.
Jimmy's got his own look.
Well,
imagine the tuck sweatshirt, and then if he had the headband working too, like he had when he was playing for the Chargers.
Listen, he's an unorthodox guy. I think we've seen that. We saw that at Stanford. And now I think from a broader perspective, the entire Bay Area is beginning to understand a little bit about Harbaugh.
You know what Jim is, and I know from playing 3+ years with him, he is an ultimate competitor. He is competing right this second, right now, with himself, with the opponent, with his coaches. I mean, Jim does not stop competing, and you got to love that spirit.
And we've mentioned a couple of times he hasn't used the playoff word, the P word, but I have to believe that he believes the 49ers can win the NFC West. You have to believe that, right?
At the end of the day, it's about the quarterback play. They got enough talent without question to win this division.
Jordan Todman back deep to receive for the Chargers. We're underway in the third quarter at Qualcomm, and deep in the end zone, it'll come out to the 20-yard line. So Phillip Rivers did not play tonight. Milivola came in at quarterback and started for the Chargers, and then Tolzien, the rookie, will remain in the game for San Diego.
Personal foul, number 51, defense, 15 yards, first down.
Tell you what's going to be interesting in talking about Scott Tolzien with Norv Turner and the San Diego Chargers is there's no third quarterback rule in the NFL anymore. And you got to wonder with a guy like Phillip Rivers and a guy like Billy Volek in terms of, Billy's a 12-year veteran. And Scott Tolzien's had a very, very good training camp. You just wonder if they're a team that keeps 3 quarterbacks.
Well, given the fact that Volek hasn't started a game since 2005, Rivers is able to stay healthy, and Godman takes the golf, picks up a yard. And not much doing. Anton Applewhite and Larry Grant, the first year with the Niners on the tackle.
Tell me, Dennis, if you would do this. If this is in your wheelhouse to do what Larry Grant just did in terms of identifying the lead blocker and the runner coming at him and then just sticking his nose in there and blowing it up. Watch this. Bang. You want any part of that? That 320-pound offensive lineman coming at you?
I'll be the safety going the other way, thank you. 2nd down and 9, Tolzien to throw, and he puts it up, and it's complete. And they'll get the first down. So Jarrett Tutu with this first reception of the game for the San Diego Chargers.
Good read by the quarterback and receiver. Again, no corner. He's bail and watch the stop route. Put the brakes on, turn around. Easy pitch and catch.
Jermaine Brock with the tackle for San Francisco. Jarrett Tutu from El Dorado Hills and Oak Ridge High School up in Sacramento. And he gets the first down for the Chargers. Todman, the ball carrier, picks up a couple of yards, gets about the 47-yard line. Alden Smith, the tackle along with Joseph.
You talk about Jarrett Tutu. He is 6'3". There he is there, number 89, second-year player. You think of how big these wide receivers are for Phillip Rivers and the San Diego Chargers. Malcolm Floyd, every bit of 6'5". He's not playing tonight. Vincent Jackson, every bit of 6'5". He's not playing tonight. Antonio Gates at tight end, 6'4". And Jarrett Tutu at 6'3". That is a big lineup.
Pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7. Tolzien to throw, and he throws deep downfield, and that one is complete down to the 25-yard line. And LaRon Robinson makes the catch, his first for the Chargers tonight. They signed him as a free agent from St. Louis, where he started 11 games for the Rams last year.
Isolation route, a very good throw by Tolzien, because here comes the safety. Tolzien puts it high to the outside to where only LaRon Robinson could go get it. That's what you call throwing your receiver open. Wait, Tolzien, if he doesn't make this team, he'll be snapped up in a heartbeat by a club looking for a good young third quarterback.
Gain of 26 yards. Tolzien this time. Nice pass protection down into the end zone. Incomplete. And Jarrett Tutu was the intended receiver. Tremaine Brock on the coverage. And you talked about his height. I think Jarrett Tutu thought he was going to win the battle of the ball by virtue of the height differential here.
There's the post right there. Looked like there was a little push-off right there by Tremaine Brock, but ball out of reach. Good coverage there by T. Brock.
Jarrett Tutu, 2 touchdowns in his rookie year, 12 receptions, 262 yards. And you're talking about the talent of the receiving corps. It's hard to believe that there aren't going to be enough ball to go around. 2nd down and 10. Tolzien this time to Todman on the draw. Not much doing there.
They just can't block DeMarcus Dobbs. They can't block him. I mean, he has got such a savvy feel to extend those long arms out, feel where the ball is coming from, and disengage off the blocker and get in on a tackle. So many defensive linemen get their production, Dennis, playing the interior run, not by seeing it, but by feeling it. That guy's got a great feel.
He's feeling it. You saw the 2 sacks, and he has not been credited with one tonight, but he is.
Oh, he got one tonight. They'll give him one right before half.
He is certainly responsible. And look at Applewhite that time. Applewhite bringing the pressure. He's pitching the rookie Stephen Schilling on the O-line. Got to feel good for the former Charger.
Right around the 6th-round pick right here. Look at the anticipation of the snap count. No chance. Schilling had no chance. Once he got his hips by him, and watch him run the feet. What do you know? Alden Smith also in on the play along with 78 Dobbs.
That's the 4th sack for the 49ers, and they'll bring up 4th and 19.
That pass rush has been high octane against that Charger offensive line tonight.
Outside will do the punting. And Kyle Williams down deep to receive the ball. Inside versus upset. So 11:27 left to go in the third quarter. The 49ers have the football and they lead 14-7.
The legendary performance presented by Jack in the Box.
20 years ago, Steve Young carved up the San Diego secondary, completed 26 of 36 passes for 348 yards. His favorite target, Jerry Rice, who caught a pair of touchdowns, including a 70-yarder. Rice finished with 9 balls for 150 yards as the Niners won 34-14. Rice has 76 career games with over 100 yards receiving, one of his many NFL records. But you know, the Niners' last Super Bowl victory was against the San Diego Chargers, and the last player from either of those two teams was, his career just ended. David Binn, the long snapper, former Cal player, played 17 years, and his career came to an end about a week ago. So we're going to injury timeout with 11:12 left to go in the third quarter.
Damik Scafé and his lower left leg just gets contorted in a way that legs aren't supposed to go. Watch his left leg here as he gets it caught in the turf.
Scafé is a rookie defensive end out of Boston College, and we also have an injury update. Let's go down to Kim Coyle.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Linebacker Keaton Christic was taken off on a cart shortly before the half. He's being evaluated right now. The 49ers tell me it is a leg injury, and his return is questionable. Back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. Too many players being taken off on a cart for the final preseason game. Second down and 7. Kaepernick the fake to Hunter, and he throws, and it's complete across to the 28-yard line. So Lowry with his first reception. Nate Lowry for the 49ers. TJ Wallace makes the tackle for San Diego.
And these are the easy ones for Colin Kaepernick. Little play action, get him out, roll him to the right, give him one read. Nate Lowry disengages off the guy who he was locked up on. He's able to pick up 7 or 8 yards.
And it's tackled by C.J. Wallace, who is a Sacramento kid. Third down for the Niners. Long receiver in motion. And the give is Dixon. And Dixon with a nice move. Shifty move to the 35-yard line for the first down.
I love the way Anthony Dixon is running downhill. For a guy his size, he has been criticized as being somewhat of a dancer. Not here. Look at that vision. I mean, I promise you that ball was not designed to go in the interior like that. He was able to scope it out and pick up a bunch of extra yards to a hole where I don't think the ball was intended to go.
And Carl Iannaccio out of San Jose State makes his first tackle for San Diego, but a first down for the 49ers.
That's nice for Dixon, almost 6 yards of crack.
And there he goes again, and he's got another 6 or close to it, across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Niner O-line, both the starters and the backups, just doing a fabulous job tonight against San Diego. Niners have been doing it all preseason. They came into this game rushing for 143 yards a game, and the beat goes on tonight.
You just saw Tom Rathman, the great 49er that he was, patting Anthony Dixon on the helmet as he was coming off the field. There's Tom right there. Boy, was he a great one for a long time. Outstanding running backs coach.
Picks up 6 yards, second down and 4. And a fake to Hunter, and this time they didn't buy it. And Kaepernick wisely throws that ball. He had long over there, but he threw the ball out of bounds right on the coverage for San Diego.
And here's what I would expect in the early part of the season, and it's what the 49ers have done best this preseason, Dennis. That's running the football. I mean, they have tried to cram 4 or 5 months of an offseason into 4 or 5 weeks of training camp. The passing game will be in development. The installation will continue once the season starts. So they are going to lean heavily on the run game. Frank Gore got himself a nice big deal, which is great. The offensive line has been bullying people at the line of scrimmage. They'll count on that run game. They'll count on their defense in the early part of the season.
Third down. Long goes in motion, and Kaepernick to throw. Good protection. He throws, and it's complete. Kyle Williams, first down across midfield, and he's still on the move inside the 40-yard line. And a third down completion for Kaepernick, and a first down to Williams. Pickup of 20 yards.
Little crossing route. Trey Simmons had no chance to hang on to him. Look at Kyle Williams. Get off me, he says, shaking him off. You've said it a couple of times tonight. He's had a fine training camp. And I would think they're going to have to keep an extra receiver on this roster until Michael Crabtree really gets up to speed physically. Dixon tripped up at the line. Good job defensively that time by Bront Bird. He's a rookie trying to get some time out of Texas Tech. Crabtree, of course, off the PUP this week. Got a little bit of practice, I guess, if you'd call it that. There's going to be some growing pains for him in this offense. This offense, Dennis, is too cerebral that you just all of a sudden miss all the training camp and it's plug and play. I don't think it's going to work that way. How long might it take? I'd say a couple of games at least. He starts to get his feet under it. Kendall Hunter gets a couple of yards, so a good dose of Kendall Hunter and Anthony Dixon tonight. Niners have a nice change of pace there behind Frank Gore. Frank Gore did play, albeit briefly tonight for San Francisco with his new contract. And I think for Jim Harbaugh, that's a guy they had to take care of. And it was for the right money, Dennis. I mean, it wasn't the biggest deal for running backs. It's going to pay Frank a little over $6 million, $6.5 million for the next 4 years. Great deal for the club. Great deal for Frank Gore. Worked both ways. Another third down situation for Kaepernick. Third down and 8. Steps up, and now he's going to run. And he slides at the 30, and that might have been an example where Kaepernick was not aware of where the first down yard was, or the marker was. He looked like he probably could have got it. Then again, it's preseason. And I don't mind him sliding. I mean, you wanted to, and the guy who made so many plays in college at Nevada, no, I'm glad he slid right there. You don't want your second round pick, your investment, trying to make a first down and put his head down against safeties and linebackers in a preseason game. So David Akers will line up for the field goal. Andy Lee, the holder, spotted at the 39-yard line, just outside the 39. And he gets it just inside the upright. So Akers, who already hit on a 59-yard field goal, converts here, and with 6:31 left to go in the third quarter, the Niners extend. 10 plays, 48 yards, 4 minutes and 56 seconds gives the 49ers a 17-7 lead. Here's what David Akers said about Joe Nedney, the departed 49er kicker. Joe is a legend here for what he's been able to do the past 6 years. I wish him well. Hopefully I can step up and be half the foot he was. And Akers, that's probably the reason, Tim, because he's got a stronger leg than Joe Nedney did. Joe was extremely accurate, but here's a guy who had a 59-yarder in the preseason opener and a career-long 57-yarder. You cannot take the foot out of football, can you? Tell you what, though, Joe Nedney was a class act. And here's another thing that lines up with Andy Lee, and thinking about it like this. Both left-footed kickers. Really no issue for Andy Lee as the holder. Joe Nedney a lefty, David Akers a lefty. Easy transition for Andy Lee and the Niners special teams unit, and Akers really kicks that ball out of the end zone. We'll take another timeout. 49ers.
Jim Harbaugh knew he wanted to be a coach from the time he was 5 years old. He used to follow his dad, Jack, when his dad was an assistant for the Wolverines. He used to follow him to practice all the time, but sometimes he'd get a little too close to the action, like when he celebrated a Rick Leach touchdown. The late Bo Schembechler said they always had to chase Harbaugh off the field because he wanted to be right in the middle of everything, and not much has changed. While he was at Stanford, it was almost a weekly thing to see Harbaugh chest bumping or head-butting his players during the game. Dennis?
And he had a lot of involvement at Niner practice as well, taking snaps right in the thick of it. And it continues for him now at the pro level. Golzine throws. Jared Tutu has it, hit immediately by Culliver and Spillman. Picks up about 6 or 7 yards. There's depth in the 49er defensive backfield too. Spillman signed.
He's going to be a core special team guy for Brad Seeley. I believe that. Signed last year off the San Diego team. And Brad Seeley, the special teams coach, he needs 4, 5, 6 of those core guys. And C.J. Spillman, I believe, is going to be one of them.
He gained 7 yards, 2nd down and 7. And he's going deep, and he's got his man. Gulliver was there on the coverage, but that is a reception for LaRon Robinson. Boy, he put that ball right on the money. This guy can play.
Dennis, he can really play. And a great throw beats great coverage. This is just a 9 route, which is a takeoff route down the sideline. Culliver's in really good coverage. Look at that ball location. Outside to the outside arm, over the top to Laurent Robinson, just outside the outstretched arms of Chris Culliver. You cannot throw it any better than Tolzien just did.
Gain of 39 yards to the San Francisco 36-yard line. So Tolzien has the Chargers on the move. Todman gets to the outside. Culliver able to get the open field tackle, but he picks up another chunk of yardage inside the 30-yard line.
Alex Joseph spills this. Watch him get inside. When I say spill it, he's going to use his inside shoulder. Boom, he's going to force it to the outside. Bad fill by C.J. Spillman, number 27.
So Spillman's got to come up.
Spillman, well, he's got to actually stay back. He got too far up into the congestion, into the noise, and it was just a bad fill because the linebacker, Joseph, spilled it perfectly right to him.
8-yard gain, and now it's a first down as Todman forges ahead. Joseph in on the tackle, along with Antoine Applewhite. CBSSF.com. Fans, you got a question or comment for our broadcast team? We may use it comments during the game or the Toyota 5th quarter. Go to CBSSF.com to post your message. I call it the move in the chain segment. We'll start taking questions for you. 4:25.
I'm turning it over to you tonight, if you don't mind.
49ers up 17-7, but now Tolzien has the Chargers on the move. First down. Pump fake, and he throws, this time into coverage. Incomplete. Culliver that time had pretty good coverage on a Jared Tutu. Spillman coming over, but nice job by Culliver.
Yeah, Culliver did not bite on the pump fake. Tolzien tried to pump fake him, and Culliver wasn't having it. Another really nice job in coverage. There's another guy who is going to be a core special teams player, and he'll play some on defense, no doubt, but he's going to be a core special teams player for Brad Seeley.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Todman again trying to get to the outside, and he breaks the tackle, and Todman gets inside the 15-yard line. He is close to another first down, and it looks like he's got it. And Tremaine Brock and Chris Culliver, Spillman and Culliver get him out, but it's a first down. 49er defense in the preseason, 4 touchdowns in 9 possessions at 44.4%. Brought to you by Black Bear Diner. Best fried chicken in Northern California. And it's Todman again, and he's just running wild now. They're breaking some space for him. Larry Grant makes the tackle along with Alex Joseph, but Todman now putting up some numbers. And they ran for over 100 yards against the 49ers in the first half, but if you look back to last year, for just the 5th time in franchise history, and the first time since 1997, the 49ers defense did not allow a 100-yard rusher during the season. But they have tonight. 2nd down and 5. Todman remains at running back. And he's got the football. Oh, look out. That's Alex Joseph, who is getting his name on the stat sheet tonight.
This is a run blitz called by Vic Fangio, I believe, up top. And here comes Alex right here. Just watch him fill. Excuse me, wrong guy. I had him mis-ID'd there. But you could see right away. Take a listen. Oh!
Sound familiar from your playing days?
Absolutely. What I love there is Alex Joseph kept his feet rolling. He just didn't deliver the big shot. For all the young players out there, you hear those pads crack? Keep moving your feet. Once you hear that plastic snap, run those feet and finish somebody.
This is their first charge timeout. This is a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, strong finish for the 49er linebacker who's getting a good look tonight. I mentioned Christick went down with the injury, but that's when an opportunity can present itself. And in the fourth game, jobs can be won, jobs can be lost. And Joseph certainly impressive tonight, as are the 49ers as a team, leading 17-7.
Look at Eddie Donatel there coaching like crazy. You saw him there standing to the right of Jim Harbaugh. We talk a lot, Dennis, about the staff here and the staff Jim Harbaugh has surrounded himself with and all the experience. Ed Donatel is one of those guys. He's coordinated in Atlanta. He's been a defensive backs coach all over the National Football League. Really, really smart guy.
And Brad Seeley, you mentioned all the years for him in the business. Here's Jim Harbaugh then and now. I think you're
You know what, though?
Go ahead.
This looks exactly the same. Look at the intensity. That's not changing. That is not changing.
But I think you'll see that expression on the left-hand side at some point this season. Jared Tito is going to be shy on third down. He's shy of the first down. Spillman and Jew Williams there on the coverage for San Francisco.
Jimmy's got those eyes. I mean, he's got the ability to look right through you now.
I've seen it in the meetings.
Yeah, I know you have. That's why I brought it up.
It'll be fourth down. So they will kick a little chip shot field goal. Basically what it is for Nate Kading. Remains one of the best in the NFL. Cyphers will hold. He's a perfect 5 for 5 in the preseason. And along at 53, that's not 53 yards. That's a piece of cake for him. So, with 1:44 left to go now in the third quarter, the Chargers 49er season tickets. 415, go 49ers, or visit 49ers.com. You got the Seattle opener and then the Dallas Cowboys coming to town. You got Tampa and Cleveland. If the Niners get off to a good start, you never know in the NFC West the way that's shaping up. And when you go to Candlestick this season, you'll see a number of changes, including the new Grand Plaza. An early fan favorite is the 49ers Museum, which features jerseys, Hall of Fame plaques, lockers, and the 5 Lombardi trophies. All of this on a display on game days for the 49er faithful. I assume they have to take those trophies from their facility in Santa Clara. Look at that leg.
That went through the uprights. That was out of the end zone and through the uprights.
Well, again, the new rule, kicking from the 35-yard line. Ricky Schmidt's got legs.
I'll bet you one thing. There's Richard Bisaccia, the new special teams coach, right behind him. I'll bet you one thing. When the weather changes, you're going to see that rule not be as effective. Once we get into late October, November, December, Midwest, back east, we're going to see a lot more returns than we've certainly seen this preseason.
Well, I know they're going to want Ricky Schmidt to kick those beyond the end zone if he can. 3 allowed return touchdowns in 2 early losses for San Diego. So the Niners have a new quarterback in the game. Josh McCown makes his 49er debut, and McCown was brought in late, and he's an experienced 32-year-old quarterback who played for the Hartford Colonials of the UFL last year. In the NFL, he's thrown for 6,584 yards, 35 touchdowns, 40 interceptions. And Harbaugh thinks Tim's a good fit because he's not going to get a lot of reps in practice, but he's experienced and he's in good shape. Pick up a 5. It'll be second down and 5. McCown under pressure, gets away, tosses out. Odom has the football across the 40 and the 50 and pushed finally down at the 41-yard line. Steve Gregory is the man who finally brought him down, but nice improvisation by the veteran quarterback.
And I always knew Josh McCown could run. His best years in Arizona as an athlete, but here he says, you know what, I'm 32. It's going to be easier to just pitch and catch. Get it out to Oman. Oman's not going out of bounds now. Going to dip his shoulder into that defender. Josh McCown, you love having a veteran quarterback on your team. Your starter gets hurt. If your 2's not ready, young in terms of the installation, you have a guy in there that can go in there and function and maybe win you 2 or 4 games.
Oman, the ball carrier, gets inside the 40 to the 39. Xavier Oman came into this game as the 49ers' second leading rusher in the preseason with 86 yards on 19 carries and a touchdown, 6th-round pick by Buffalo in 2008.
Now, speaking of the third quarterback and the veteran and Josh being 32, I played with a 40-year-old today who thinks he can still play. His name's Jeff Garcia.
Well, he probably can't.
Played a little golf with Jeff today.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Jeff is going to be 50, 60 years old, and he'll still say he can start for the 49ers.
Tell you
know
what,
that.
he is ripped. That dude's in shape.
He also charged you on the golf course today. It's a timeout.
The final preseason game may be meaningless to most starters, but it's a big night for fourth-string running back Xavier Oman, who's still trying to make the team and also meet his half-brother, Chargers defensive lineman Ojemdi Nwabo. Before the game, they met face-to-face for the first time ever. The two found out they were brothers 9 months ago. They share the same father, James, who passed away in 2004. They've been communicating on Skype, have had frequent phone conversations, and Xavier said their meeting tonight was a little weird because his brother could be the guy trying to tackle him once the game starts. Dennis.
All right, Kim, thanks.
Yeah, and his brother just made a play. Let's take a look at Nwabo making a play right there. Watch 91. Bruce Miller's going to block him. Watch him spin out of it and get in on this tackle.
So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now. Line up 3 receivers, Omar in the backfield. And he throws, and it's complete. And that is a first down. So Ronald Johnson with his first reception for the 49ers. Good job by the veteran quarterback to get it on 3rd down.
Beautiful route and throw in terms of the ball location from Josh McCown. Ronald Johnson, all Pac-10, coming out of USC. You see his numbers right there. Really good job on the comeback route, actually coming back to the quarterback. A lot of guys run that deep comeback, and they do not get downhill and flat enough to help out their quarterback. That was perfect.
First down, ball now at the 30-yard line. Hastings in the game at receiver for the 49ers. Hogan also getting some action now as the Niners go to their 4s. Oman takes the ball to the 25-yard line. Now you get to the stage of the game, Tim, I think, where safety is the issue. You can see a lot of runs, I think, now as the Niners try to take some time off the clock. I think they come in here and accomplish the goal that they wanted to accomplish.
Absolutely.
You know, and now you get out safe. Chris Hogan, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. That's Hastings now in motion at the top. Amon has the football, and he takes it straight ahead. And he will be shy of the first down. Good second effort. Gets the ball inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And, you know, for a lot of these guys, Dennis, it's not just about making the active roster. And you know, the cut down to 53s on Saturday. But there's 8 guys that are going to make the practice squad. And if you don't make the practice squad here in San Francisco, there's 31 other teams that got some good tape on you. So I would expect some of these guys that aren't going to make it here are going to be battling their rear ends off for these next 12 and a half minutes.
3rd down. Down throws, and it's Omar who came out of the backfield, got the first down and more inside the 15-yard line. And that'll be a first down for San Francisco, and it was C.J. Wallace out of Sacramento who made the tackle.
Good work down in the red area here tonight.
4th time in the red zone, 2 touchdowns. That was a gain of 10 yards. That'll be first down at the 13-yard line. Well, 49ers came in averaging just 9 points over the first preseason game, and that was the problem last year. They didn't get a lot of points. And they're much improved tonight. Oman takes the ball inside the 10-yard line.
I want you to watch Mike Person here at left tackle just finish. And I just told you, 12 and a half minutes, guys are going to battle. Watch 78 right here, and watch how he finishes off the defender. He's going to get out and get on the backer. Now watch, he won't stop, he won't stop, he won't stop. Pancake. Mike Person has had a very good preseason here. 7th round pick out of Montana. Another great find for Trent Baalke.
Yeah, they think that's a steal as well. Oman again now on 2nd down. Not much doing that time. I mentioned the 9 points in the preseason for the 49ers. If you look at the NFC West as a whole, Niners were 24th in scoring last year. But Seattle was 23rd. Arizona was 26th. tied with St. Louis at 26. So there's not a lot of scoring to go around in the NFC West. And that is the point the Niners want to improve on. They certainly have the weapon.
You know what it really may come down to, Dennis? Who can win on the road? Really.
Third down. Hogan has the football, and a little hesitation step might have cost him there as he lost the ball at the end, but he's down. They'll mark it at the 9-yard line. That'll bring up fourth down. Trey Simmons made the tackle for the Chargers.
No gain. 4th and 6 from the 9.
You know how many footballs they have in an outdoor game that are supplied for the game? Do you know that one?
You got me.
36.
But it's interesting you brought that up because I don't think there should be a net. If baseball is able to kick, or fans are able to keep baseballs in a baseball game, keep the football game. How much does it cost in the NFL? Are you with me?
I am, but a lot of those guys like to play with the balls they practice with.
Great point. And it's time for our Bud Light trivia question. This is a good one. The Harbaughs are the first NFL brothers to be head coaches at the same time. Who were the last brothers to coach in other major pro sports? Tim? I can't.
The O'Donnell brothers. I don't know.
I was at the production meeting, so I know what the answer is. This is it's a good one.
Van Gundy's. Basketball. Stan and Jeff.
It's excellent knowledge.
That was a guess, too. I didn't know.
Okay, the Chargers will have the ball at the 20. Okay, the trivia answer is NBA 05-06. It was Jeff Van Gundy of the Rockets, Stan Van Gundy of the Heat, now with Orlando. Tim, brilliant. What can I say? But
good guess.
But you did not come up with the NHL coaches, the Sutter brothers, Ryan and Daryl and Dwayne. Brother Brent didn't coach at the same time as the others. And Major League Baseball, Renee Latchman last with the Cubs and Marcel Latchman with the Angels.
Alonzo Mourning just texted me and told me it was Van Gundy.
Tolzien throws, and it is incomplete. Boy, nice job by C.J. Spillman to get in there and draw the ball loose from Corey Sperry. There's depth in that defensive secondary, Tim.
No question. And again, Eddie Donatel has done a good job coaching these guys, and there's been tight coverage really for a good portion of the night. And here's what I love about this game, because look, this is a sophisticated passing attack that North Turner puts on the field. We haven't seen any busted coverages in this game tonight where guys, Dennis, are running free and wide open.
Second down and 10. Ball just parked inside the 20-yard line. Chargers trailing 20-10. Tolzien, somebody almost got a hand on the back, but no.
Yeah,
it is complete.
Alden's going to get a hand to the face mask of Scott Tolzien. He beat the left tackle around the corner.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 94, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Watch him reach his right arm out and whap right there. That's going to get called every time. Scott Green with a great vantage point to see it. I like the move that he got by him, and he used his right hand to reach out with those big, long arms in that wingspan. You got to get your aiming point lower down, though, and grab the chest plate or the V of the neck.
Yeah, it's too bad because Laurent did not get his feet down, but by virtue of the penalty, the ball now marked at the 35-yard line with 9:42 left to go, and the Chargers down by 10. Chargers came into the game with a 2-1 preseason record. The Niners came in at 1-2.
See if they chip for the left tackle and help against Alden here. Nope.
And it's complete. Todman out of the backfield gets the ball to the 39-yard line. Costanzo, who normally see on special teams, makes the tackle for the 49ers. There's the Niners defensive coordinator. He's got a lot of tools to work with. And I mentioned some of the, Dante Whitner and Williams came in, also signed, and Carlos Rogers, who we have not seen tonight.
And Dennis, we have not seen any of the defense that he's really going to start deploying when it gets real. I mean, you're going to see pressures. They're going to be relentless. They won't be reckless. They'll be smart. You're going to see a lot of good pressure. from Vic Fangio.
We saw some of that. Grant came in on the blitz, and the pocket collapsed, and down goes Tolzien back at the 36-yard line.
And Fangio is a lifer now. This guy's been coaching 25 years in pro football. His fourth stop as a defensive coordinator in this league. Whenever I think of Vic Fangio, I think of Dom Capers, I think of Dick LeBeau, I think of the 3-4 defense with a lot of fire zone blitzes, which means you send 5 guys. Typically, you're going to play some form of 3-deep coverage behind it, and they can come from anywhere. It can be a boundary corner coming off the line of scrimmage. It can be a nickel corner coming off the slot. It can be both linebackers, the Mike and the Sam. Just a lot of different looks that they can dial up in terms of the pressure.
Third down. Alden Smith is the one who got a hand on Tolzien and now runs for the first down all the way to the 46-yard line. Boy, Alden was licking his chops. He got a hand on Tolzien who got away. 18-yard gain and a first down for the Chargers to keep the drive alive.
Here he is coming out of a 3-point here, Alden Smith. He just can't hang on. Here's what you would love. You would have loved for Ian Williams, the right defensive tackle, to stay in his pass rush lane and get some push. I played with some great rushers, Richard Dent, Dan Hampton, Steve McMichael. They'd say, stay in your lane, man. Slurp up the gravy. I'll drive them to you. You get yourself a gravy sack.
You just dropped some pretty good names right there. Tolzien hands it off. Todman. It's inside the 45-yard line. Boy, those were some players.
No doubt. It's great to play with those guys. Learned a lot from those guys. Most importantly, live the game. Be passionate.
How could you not be passionate under Mike Ditka back then? Huh?
No, there was no imposters allowed in that building. You were exposed immediately.
A gain of 2 yards, second down and 8. 49ers leading 20-10, 7-11. And the clock ticking down in the final preseason game here at Qualcomm Stadium. Here the Niners on a blitz again. They pick it up and he throws the ball and it's complete. I think this guy, Owen Robinson, is a good pickup. Phillip Adams is there on the coverage, but I'm not really sure why Robinson came here because, Malcolm Floyd is back, right? They got their starters back, a lot of good receivers. I don't know how many balls there are to go around.
Look at that hose, though. Look at that arm. It's a big-time throw by Tolzien. LaRon Robinson, when you think of his career, he's a third-round pick down in Atlanta, then up to St. Louis. He's just been unable to stay healthy. He is a big, raw talent. He just knee injury, leg injury. I think it was a broken leg a couple of years ago. Just hasn't been able to stay healthy.
Man-to-man coverage down there. Picked off. Culliver has the interception for the 49ers, and he's going to bring it out. He's across the 20, the 30. He's got a caravan of blockers, and he's taken down near midfield.
With the interception, pass intended for Shaky and Jared Tutu.
It's about time that he got his hands on one because he's been in really good position in terms of coverage tonight. But Scott Tolzien has just made some good throws. Not this time. This ball had air under it. It was underthrown. Well played. Good ball skills. Nice interception by Culliver. Culliver knew this was coming the whole way. Look at his eyes. Look where his head's right there on that football. He's got his sights focused on it. Underthrown. Looked like there was some contact from the receiver as he was going down. I'd be surprised if this one didn't stay in the end zone as a touchback.
Well, it's been challenged, and
after reviewing the play, after the interception, the defender was touched down by contact in the end zone. The ball will be spotted at the 20-yard line. First and 10 for San Francisco. Please set the game clock at 6 minutes and 32 seconds. San Diego is not charged with a timeout.
Well, we've got a new quarterback, man, out of Sacramento State, right? McLeod Bethel Thompson.
UCLA transfer up to Sac State.
Galileo High School, the Little Arena Football League there. And that's his first appearance of the preseason. San Jose SaberCats. Arena football, and there's some good quarterbacks who've gone through there.
Yeah, how about Grebe? An old Went to my alma mater high school, Oak Grove.
He's an arena football quarterback
he's a
legend.
Absolutely.
Look at follow in his footsteps.
Look at the size there with McLeod Bethel Thompson. 6'4", 230. Just your class. And it really gives them a different look in training camp, running the scout team for the defense. Just a big pocket passer.
Amon trying to move the chains, and he gets to the 29-yard line. He's shy on the first down. Needs to get to the 30, and that'll bring up third down.
These backs are just plowing in this game tonight. They're not stopping. Kendall Hunter, Anthony Dixon, Xavier Oman. I don't think any of them have been tackled for a loss yet. Positive yards all night long.
No doubt. I said they came on with a rushing offense of 143 a game, and that's been their strength offensively for the 49ers in the preseason. They haven't put many points on the board, but they have been able to run the ball. Oman gets the first down. Right in on the tackle.
You know what I like, Dennis, about their running game this year, though, and talking about it, and we've mentioned it a few times here in the preseason, it's just got so much more versatility to it. And it really will be designed to who they're playing. You got so many defenses that are hybrid in the NFL now. When I mean hybrid, they're 4-man fronts, they're 3-man fronts. They can jump in and out of both. And now they've got schemes in terms of the power scheme that they can run at the 3-man fronts, and then they got the zone scheme that is really tailor-made against the 4-man fronts.
Come on again with the football as we are under the 5-minute mark to go in this game.
And you couldn't say that last year. I mean, they would come to the line of scrimmage last year. Anthony Dixon will tell you, he'd come to the line of scrimmage and Alex would look over the defense. They'd have an overload of the defense stacked to the strong side of the offense, right where the ball was supposed to go. Alex had no freedom to check out of that play at the line of scrimmage. Jim Harbaugh says no more of that. You come to the line, you don't like what you see, you got to check to get us out of the bad play and get us into something better. Love it.
Second down and 8. And there's his first pass. And it's Hastings. Boy, he aired it out pretty nicely. There was good coverage on there defensively for San Diego. That was Sharice Wright on the coverage. But Hastings, he laid it out there pretty nicely.
Step into that. Look at the tight spiral, the velocity on that ball.
You know what I think the Arena League does, Tim, and certainly the UFL now, if it provides quarterbacks like McLeod Bethel Thompson and others to stay in shape, stay active in case somebody needs a quarterback.
Not to mention, Dennis, ask Kurt Warner about becoming a quick decision maker and really playing red zone football all over the field. What an asset.
On. And he's very close to a first down. I think he's got it. Well, even Jeff Garcia, who you spent some time with today, Jeff was in the UFL right as late as last year.
Yep.
And I think, you know, he had hopes that he might get a call from an NFL team.
I wish he would, because I know he can still play. I know he's still in great shape. I'd love to see him get an opportunity to go play some football for somebody. He'd be an asset coaching West Coast offense, teaching concepts to people. Only thing with Jeff, you have a hard time keeping him off the field. That guy wants to be out there competing and playing.
He's always one of the great sound bites. Sometimes I think he was too honest for his own good. So it's fourth down, and the 49ers are going to go for it.
Timeout, San Francisco. This is their first charge timeout.
Niners have 2 timeouts remaining, and there is 3:05 left to go in this football game. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. 49ers 14 points. See in the first quarter there, Tim? Alex Smith, a brilliant job at quarterback tonight. Led him on a couple of drives. The second one set up by a Charger turnover. Go ahead.
I just love the fact that that first one, the 14-player you were talking about, culminated with a touchdown. Best drive of the preseason without question.
Yep. Niners change strategy as Andy Lee, Brian Walters to receive, kicks it out of bounds, and that's where the Chargers will have the ball. And that wasn't by accident. I think Lee did that by design. No more injuries at this point with 3 minutes left of the game.
Look at Big Isaac Sapuaga. You know how strong that guy is, Dennis? Big Ike sitting there. Number 90, this dude.
How strong is he?
He benched 540 pounds for 2 reps. That's a pretty big number.
Well, he's got big shoes to fill, too. Fans, got a question or comment for our broadcast team? We may use your comments during the game. or likely now in the Toyota fifth quarter. Go to CBSSF.com to post your message.
You know what 540 would do to you?
Yeah, I think so, unfortunately. I'm a wrestler. Double leg takedown. Roll him over.
No.
Roll him over. Show him the lights.
You are not getting him off his feet.
Tolzien throws, and it's complete. LeVon Robinson, he has just had a heck of a game at the 43-yard line. Curtis Taylor there on the coverage, but that's a veteran receiver. He doesn't really need to make a statement. He's going to make this football team, but he's looking awfully good. Clock continues to move. We're under 2:40 now left to go in the game. Tolzien throws. And Robinson is just moving the chains on his own at this point. He just knows how to get open. Tolzien's got a good little relationship going. Nelms on the tackle for San Francisco.
Tolzien can read a defense. I'll tell you that. He had the one interception that he underthrew, but he has been on the money in terms of his reads and where he's supposed to deliver the football. Impressive.
And he throws, and that one is battled for, almost picked off. And that was Philip Davis. We haven't seen Philip Davis that much. 49ers defensive back. Almost had a pick.
Yeah, watch Dobbs get held right here. Watch 78. Man, is he physical. Look at that. Just a tackle from behind. Now he's going to get up. He's going to look at the referee and go, whoa, what's going on? Guy tackled me from behind.
The ref is saying, come on, DeMarcus, there's 2 minutes left in the preseason. You've made this football team.
That guy can light it up. Matter of fact, I'm just going to focus on him right now. Let's see what he's got.
Second down and 10. And this time he gets hit by another 49er, but it's complete. Robinson again, and Davis didn't touch it. Chris Maragos makes the tackle for San Francisco. We got the 2-minute warning here at Qualcomm Stadium. 1:58 left.
Game presented by the Taiwan Tourism Bureau.
Here is our Taiwan Tourism play of the game. Look out! Navarro Bowman comes in and makes the tackle and forcing the turnover. The 49ers turn it into 7. Tolzien to throw into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Boy, that time, nice job defensively for the Chargers. As Jared Tutu knocked the ball loose from Corey Nelms, who looked like he had another pick.
That was not a good read and throw from Tolzien that time. He threw right into 2 defenders around Ajira Tutu.
So it'll bring up second down and 10. Nonetheless, it's still somewhat hard to believe that Tolzien was overlooked at Wisconsin. And down he goes. And Kenny Rowe is having a good little second half. He had just hit Tolzien, pressured him a couple of plays earlier, and that time gets the sack. Kenny Rowe, the rookie free agent linebacker out of Oregon, 23.5 sacks for the Ducks.
Timeout, San Diego. This is their second charge timeout.
And
this is a 30-second timeout.
And that's the 6th sack tonight. That guy was an impact player. 10 forced fumbles, too, at Oregon.
No, you can tell he's got a great feel. Got to the depth of the quarterback and realized the quarterback was stepping up and just peeled to the inside. I love the pass rush tonight, and I'll tell you this. When you look at Seattle, the week 1 opponent, and how their offensive line has performed this preseason, conversely, you think about how much Pete Carroll is going to send pressure on that defense, and he'll scheme up a lot of pressure that's going to challenge your line. The best pass rushers in that week 1 game are going to win it.
Yeah, well, there might be a reason Hasselbeck isn't there anymore, right? Because I don't even believe that they have named their quarterback. Tavares Jackson as Charlie Whitehurst. Tolzien to throw, and that is complete at the 10-yard line. And that will be a first down. So Jared Tutu with the reception. Spillman there on the coverage. So you tell me how Tolzien, 6'3", 210, you know, good enough size to be an NFL quarterback.
San Diego, this is their 3rd and final timeout.
Yeah,
it's a 30-second timeout.
Plays in a high-profile football game at the Rose Bowl for the Badgers, and doesn't get drafted.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you. I don't know why he got overlooked. But I remember talking to a bunch of guys on draft day, and in particular these guys who picked him up as a free agent. And They had him rated as high as some of those other guys that went in the second and third round.
Thanks to all of our affiliates who have been with us this preseason. CBS 5 in San Francisco, CBS 13 in Sacramento, KGPE TV, CBS 47, KOLO 8 News, ABC 23 Bakersfield, Island Television, KITV, KVCU, Fox 20 in Chico, KBVU, Fox 28 Eureka, KFBI, Medford, Klamath Falls. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been a fun preseason. Throw, touchdown! Ajira Tutu off the arm of Tolzien, and the Chargers make it a game now with 1:21 left.
It's the first busted coverage we've seen in this game. And Phillip Adams here, and Maragos here. Watch what happens. Maragos bites the teaser. Phillip Adams also bites the teaser, and Tolzien slides it in right behind him. You had two guys that bit up on a teaser route, which is in front of the end line, and then Ajira Tutu all by himself in the end zone for a touchdown. First busted coverage, Dennis, we've seen all night.
Ajira Tutu translation means God has done this. And he has just put the Chargers into the end zone with 1:21 left to go. It's 20-17. How do you play it if you're Norv Turner?
They don't get much better than Norv.
No,
remember, Alex played his best football under Norv. Remember when Norv was here as the offensive coordinator? I talk to D coordinators, especially young ones that go up against Norv on Sundays, and they're all nervous as can be. And they'll tell you, man, you better really be on your game, because he is going to scheme you up and put you in so many what you call classic conflicts where really you can't be right, because he knows by formation and by shift and what you're going to do defensively just how to break you down. Norv is great schematically.
And you do wonder how Alex's progress might have gone had Norv Turner not been named head coach of the San Diego Chargers, but Jim Harbaugh being, the quarterback in the NFL and knows how to tutor quarterbacks, really the first guy since that Alex has had. And he's had defensive head coaches. So they're lining up for the onside kick, of course. Down by 3, 2017.
Timeout, San Francisco. This is their second charge timeout. It's 30-second timeout.
Taking a look at how you think, Tim, the NFC West shakes up. I talked about the lack of scoring. Tavares Jackson replacing Matt Hasselbeck. St. Louis, I think, made some nice improvements, too. Stay tuned after the game tonight for the fifth quarter. Tim and I breaking it down. Kim Coyle in the locker room. Well, what's your impression of the NFC?
Well, listen, I've said it many times here in the preseason. It's a wide open division. I believe the Rams will win it based on that. I think they've got the best quarterback in Sam Bradford. Steven Jackson's healthy. He is a real bell cow now in terms of a guy that can put the team on his back and run with it. And then defensively, I think they're underrated, and they're very well coached by Steve Spagnuolo. So I think it'll be an 8-8 record. I'd pick them to win the division.
And Josh McDaniels now the offensive coordinator for St. Louis. So Hastings does recover the ball, and the Niners have it. And the Chargers cannot stop the clock.
Please reset the game clock to 1 minute and 20 seconds. 1 minute and 20.
Nice job by Hastings. Good job by Bruce Miller, too, blocking up in front of him. Special teams played well tonight. Another bonus for Brad Seeley. It has not been great with all the young guys who he's trying to get up to speed on the special teams, which Dennis is going to give you 425 snaps a year. Nobody talks enough about it, but much better here in the game tonight. There's Seals there to the left.
Met him in a production meeting. A great guy. I mean, he's got the motor running all the time too.
What did he say special teams were? 5 or 6 seconds of an organized street fight?
He was able to break it down pretty well. And young players, a lot of inexperienced guys, and not a lot of time to work with him. So he, of all the coaches, might have the toughest task. Look at the people who brought the games to you on CBS 5 and across the television network. A great job.
I can't thank all you guys enough, Dennis, honestly. For giving me the opportunity to do the preseason games here with you. It's really been a lot of fun.
Tim, great to have you aboard. And Tim, of course, so you'll be heading off to the network, back to the network, back to bigger booths, back to 2 spotters in the booth. A lot going on with network television.
First game, I've got Detroit at Tampa, week 1. That should be a good match.
That should be. I think Detroit, it could be their time. Years of futility, it could be their time. And it could be the time for that man. Jim Harbaugh, the 49er rookie head coach, completes the preseason with 2 wins and 2 losses. But clearly tonight was a game that they had, you didn't have to have it. It's a preseason game. But I think for his team and certainly for his starting quarterback, this was, in his words, arrow up.
If they lost any confidence in that game last week against Houston, which clearly they didn't have a lot of game planning, they didn't have a lot of ambition to play their guys. It was ugly, certainly for the first 2.5 quarters against the Houston Texans. Whatever confidence they may have lost or may have been stepped on a little bit last week was regained here in this game tonight.
Now let's head downstairs to Kim Coyle, who was, I think we're trying to get somebody down there, but I'll fill a couple of more seconds. The Niners hold on to defeat the Chargers 20-17. And really, you look at the first quarter when Alex drives the 49ers to 2 touchdown drives. And now let's go down to Kim Coyle.
All right, thanks, Dennis, alongside Navarro Bowman. And Navarro, Tim called it the trifecta, the sack, the forced fumble, and then the recovery. Talk us through the play.
It was just a basic blitz, ended up on the running back, and, once the running back blocks us and I get rid of the running back, I chase out the quarterback, and that's basically what the blitz was, and I came up with the fumble, the sack, and the recovery.
Is that the chaos you guys have been talking about?
Oh, yeah, we just want to fly around. Like I said, the scheme is fun to play, and I'm having a good time.
Are you glad preseason's over? You guys escape it relatively healthy. That's a real good thing.
Yeah, that's a positive thing. Now we can go in, get prepared for Seattle, and come out everybody healthy and, give it our best shot.
All right, Navarro, thanks so much. Congratulations on the win.
All right, thanks.
All right, Dennis, back up to you.
The Taiwanese play of the game belongs to Navarro Bowman. That is the end of the football game. We are going to take a commercial break and come back with more in just a moment. Don't forget, still ahead, the Toyota 5th quarter. We're back at Qualcomm in just a moment.